Peggy 18.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you all are having a fantastic day and a wonderful E3. My name is Andy Simpson. I'm coming to you from Ubisoft's North American marketing team out of San Francisco. I'm going to be your host for the evening. Very excited to have you all here for what's sure to be an incredibly exciting night. Ubisoft Developer Conference. We have some really exciting things we're going to be sharing with you. I know you're all very anxious to get started. So before we do, I want to bring out a very special guest, Nintendo Global President, Mr. Iwata.
Thank you for gathering today. Have you already experienced Wii U? Yes. Thank you very much. I suspect that you are now wondering, why is Ubisoft has decided to appear at the Nintendo Developer Roundtable? And why they are being introduced by Nintendo's global president? This is certainly a first during my presidency at Nintendo. So I understand that why you are puzzled. I have come here today to introduce you to a most important partner for Nintendo. So let me start by calling Yves, who is CEO of Ubisoft, to join me on the stage. Of course, you know Yves very well. Nintendo has asked Yves to explain today how Ubisoft plans to partner with us on Wii U, and he very kindly complied with our request. Then, there are several reasons why we made this request to Ubisoft. First of all, as background, Ubisoft and Nintendo have enjoyed a rather long and close relationship, which is based upon the affinity in our corporate cultures. And when we first explained Wii U to Ubisoft, they immediately showed strong interest, and Yves was so kind to show his willingness to provide stronger support than ever before. Further, as they started working on Wii U, we were able to discuss a number of ideas and proposals about how to leverage the new controller in new and interesting ways. In our show booth this week, the title from Ubisoft is the only title from the third parties for Wii U. Because Wii U is slated for 2012, their title is still in its early development stage, but we have asked them to show it to you in order to demonstrate the possibility of the new form of entertainment to be enabled by Wii U. We would like to Ubisoft to explain to you in their own words how Wii U will become the game changer from the third-party perspective. Taking this opportunity, I would like to thank you, Yves, Yves very much for the support Ubisoft has been given us. Enjoy the roundtable, everyone, and thank you all. Thank you, Yves.
Thank you, Iwata-san. Thank you very much for being with us today.
to see what we are coming with on this new console. First, we are extremely proud to be working with Nintendo on this console. Nintendo, as you know, are the reference for game design, and it's an honor for us to share with them lots of information on how we can create the next games. So we have been working very hard together to make sure we could create the best games for the future, and we have been convinced by the Wii a long time ago, and now when we saw this console and the controller, we thought it was for us a good time to create all new products for that console. And what we see is this controller is so revolutionary that we think it will take lots of new gamers to the industry, combining, touch and giving a chance to have more social gameplay in the games that will come. Will be an important aspect for all of us. I think social gaming is the next step in our industry, and having a screen is going to help it to make it easy for everybody. And asynchronous gameplay is also something that will be extremely important. So our teams are excited. Our team are working hard to take advantage of this new console, which we already love. So I'm very happy to be there today and to tell you all, as some may already know, that we already have 5 games on the way. We have 2 new brands, one which is a multi-sport brand, the other one which is Killer Freaks, that is going to be introduced to you today. I hope you will enjoy it. It's the beginning of the development of the game, but it will be something I think you will be convinced with. And we have also an Assassin's Creed that is on the way, and Raving Rabbit, and for sure Ghost Recon Online that is going to use all the potential of this new device. So I thank you very much for inviting me here.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, gentlemen. Can I have my script? Take that. Great, thank you very, very much, gentlemen. Very exciting day here indeed. As I said earlier, we have a lot of very exciting things planned for you. Eva's already told you about a few of the titles that we're going to be sharing. So the way this is going to work is we're going to bring up some of our really talented development teams onto the stage, give them an opportunity to tell you about the work that they've been doing to date on Wii U. And then at the conclusion of the presentation, we're going to bring them all back up, and then we'll have an opportunity for a brief Q&A. So I ask that you please save your questions until that time. Also, in the meantime, a few basic ground rules that I'd like to ask you all to follow. From this point forward, please, no photography or filming. We'll be sure to share all the necessary assets with you at the conclusion of the roundtable. Also, if you can, please turn off or silence your cell phones just to minimize disruptions. During the demos themselves, we're going to ask you to also turn off your Wi-Fi or any wireless-enabled devices, such as your 3DS, which I see many people furiously playing right now. And then again, please just save your question and answer for the end of the session. Great, so it's going to be a fun evening. And to kick things off, I'd like to bring up the Ghost Recon Online team from Singapore. Gents, if you'd like to take the stage. We're going to be bringing up Claude Longley and Hugues Ricoeur. Thank you. Welcome. Hugues, Claude, welcome to the stage, guys. How are you feeling tonight?
Good.
Great.
So, pretty exciting news. We're bringing Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Online to Nintendo's new console. What does this mean?
Thanks, Andy. Good evening, everyone. We are extremely pleased to be part of and associated to the launch of a new hardware. 2 main reasons behind that. First of all, Nintendo has proved with history that they were able to redefine entertainment. And we want to be part of that story and of that new story. The second one is that Ubisoft is a stronger third-party publisher on the Wii, on the 3DS, and on the DS. And for us developers, we want to go on that momentum. So we're committed to bring the best shooter and the best of class in terms of online shooter on that new console. And we're going to see tonight what that means. Basically, we're going to leverage two main points. The first one is the new controller and how can we explore gameplay breakthroughs. The second one, we're going to talk about online services and that new offer that the Wii U is going to propose.
So what makes Ghost Recon Online not just another shooter?
So the market is pretty crowded in the shooter genre, and we strongly believe that the Ghost Recon IP brings something very fresh. And that thing is about a little bit of a slower pace where you think first and then you act. It's not just about run and gun. The second aspect is that you play a ghost, an elite soldier, and that means tons of opportunities to use the new device because the ghosts have the best toys.
So, you know what I like is a good trailer. You got something you can show us?
Yeah, so you're going to see tonight a third-person shooter with a cover system. And you're going to see our exclusive brand new trailer that highlights tons of good ideas, in particular our class system.
Let's roll it.
Ready up, boys.
I'm in position, buddies.
I'm ready to kick some butt.
Let's go.
Hey, where'd you go?
You got two eyes, don't you?
Yeah, hang on, I'm checking. Yep, I'll see you guys.
Okay, guys, I'm more than ready.
Where are the tangos?
I'm on it. My drone is hovering over them as we speak. We go to point D.
See you guys over there.
Well, I'm already here if anyone is interested. I'm just saying.
Well, keep your position. We're on our way.
Oh, yes, sir. Give him a chill pill.
Wendy, don't start.
Well, obviously you don't need me, so I'll just go somewhere else, do my own thing.
Whoa! Jim, on me. I'm gonna need covering fire.
I'm almost there. I'll get you.
Come on. Eat this. Yes!
Let's dance, amigos.
Yes, I'm invisible. I'm double.
Jim is down. Steve, do something!
I'm trying, man.
Oh, well, maybe I can help.
And where the heck are you?
I'm just here on my couch getting my nails done. There you go! Woo!
Yes!
Never send boys to do a woman's job. Never.
Nice work. So, judging from the trailer, it seems like team play is going to be a pretty important aspect of the game, huh?
Yeah, it is. We had our designers really work to make team play as easy and intuitive as possible to use, and it works. We have found a way to balance offense and defense, basically through the game modes and the cover system. And we have our classes, 3 different classes. Each of them has these specific abilities. So, for example, let's say you have a Recon that goes and recognize all the tangos that they call. So basically all the different enemies, they have this oracle system, the heartbeat sensor. And then you have the assault guy that can go and use his blitz, bump into the guys, shoot them in the head to clear up. And then you get the specialist that can use the Aegis shield, basically a surrounding shield around him and the teammates, so they move in and safely they can capture a point. So that makes all this technology, makes it available to these elite soldiers, and then we can provide that to the player, and they can each use it in their own ways to work together to dominate.
Awesome, awesome. So what's really exciting about this, and the reason that brings us all here, is the Wii U, the new controller. What can you tell us about this? Exciting new uses for it.
So that's probably the most exciting thing in Ghost Recon Online. It's how we're leveraging the new controller, and we're going to call it tonight the Crosscom 2.0. Let me explain. In the US military and actually in the military across the world, elite soldiers have access to a specific device that gives them in real time on the battlefield information, action commands that they can control through these devices that you see. That completely fits the creative vision that we have for our game. And there are tons of explorations that we're doing today. And the team back in Singapore is really exploring even new opportunities. But Claude's going to present a few prototypes that are coming up soon.
So you're actually saying that the controller is going to become a physical part of the tactical gameplay experience?
Yeah, that's right. We're super excited to take this, like these prototypes and bring it for the first time in players' hand. They can really, it's no longer science fiction, it's no longer like YouTube videos. They take it, they can play it in the game. And our team in Singapore have been doing amazing prototypes. We're going to show you a few that we can share with you tonight. Very promising stuff. The first one is a tactical map. It shows basically an overview of the battlefield. You can interact with it. So no longer do you have the map on the screen stealing a bit of the real estate or go to a pause menu to see it. You get it, you look at it whenever you see it, and you can even interact with it. What's really amazing, you can scroll around, you can see where the enemies are, where your friendlies are, so you can make some sort of tactical decisions. But on top of that, if you click on a position in the map, what you get is a like interactive beacon. So you can share strategies with your teammates, so you can form and clearly explain where you want to go. What you see here is the like attack beacon. So you pick the position on the map, and all your teammates will see it. So you can share, okay, let's all regroup there, let's attack this, defend this. So it really improves the collaboration and the coordination between all the team members, and then you can dominate the other team. Something else we have is the perk system. An example is the missile strike. That one is pretty awesome because you get to control the missile in your hand. So really, you use a gyro and this new controller, you aim and precisely strike exactly where you want. So you're really controlling this thing. And this other thing, the drone, that one is also pretty good. We got a bit of a sneak peek in the video, the trailer. Each player has this personal drone as they progress. They throw it in the air. It gets this overview of the battlefield. You can control it, or you set it to auto scan. And what it does is it recognizes these enemies, flags them on your tactical map, and on top of that, your augmented reality view of the world. You see these kind of red brackets around the guys. And this intel is also shared with the other players. So basically, all these things, these are examples of some prototypes that we've had, and this kind of translates like all this technology that these elite Ghost soldiers have. You finally get them in the player's hand that can really dominate the other guys.
So really, really game-changing stuff, taking advantage of this new controller. How do I, as a player, really interact, with this cool stuff using the new controller?
So it's been quite interesting from a development point of view to understand how to interact with two screens. So you have your TV screen, you now have this little device in your hands with a second screen that you can touch. We've had to rethink the way we do user interface and redesign a little bit the user experience. And when we started playing with the controller, we realized that it was actually super fun to just throw stuff, drag and drop, and send things from the device to the TV. So the best example we have today is our weapon customization system, where you scroll through different items to equip your weapon and to gear your character. And basically, when you made up your mind, you just equip. And that just feels right. It's just very, very rewarding. The best way to really understand how gamers are going to interact with the controller and the TV is probably to see a live demo. So I'm extremely pleased to welcome on stage Adrian and Samrat, who are going to...
Excellent. Right on. Ready to see a demo? Just a quick reminder, everyone, if you can please, at this point, turn off any Wi-Fi or any wireless and check out a cool demo.
So hi, good evening, everyone. Yes, my name's Adrian Blunt. I'm producer of Ghost Online on the Wii U. And this is Samrat Sharma, I'm designer. I'm very pleased to show you this demo tonight. So I'm going to jump straight in. I'm going to go as an assault guy. And as Oogs just mentioned, I'm going to equip my weapon. First of all, let's start with the barrel. Lots of accuracy with that. Scope so I can see Samrat slightly better. And upgrade my magazine so I can fire more bullets at him.
So what I've done is I've optimized for range, and I'm going to start the game.
What we're seeing tonight is a 1 versus 1 multiplayer game, and it's the very first time we show this build. It's a very early prototype. It's exclusive to the roundtable. What you have on the booth is a single-player experience. Tonight we're going to see what we call a capture domination game mode, where there are 5 points to go capture. And I believe it's a match between production and design tonight, right?
We're currently even. This is the decider.
So my bet is on Adrian because business and production always wins, right?
Yeah, my bet's on him because he designed it. Anyway, let's see how it goes.
All right, let's go. So basically, as you can, it's standard 3/4 shoulder view on the camera. The right analog stick controls your camera view, so it doesn't. It controls your reticule, so it doesn't rotate the camera around your player. And going into iron sight is just left trigger, so that's your first-person controls right there. Even at this stage, it's an early stage. We've been only playing with the controller and everything else for only a short while, but it feels right. We can get some cool stuff on. We can jump about, run. It feels fairly intuitive at the moment. It's mostly most of the firefights in this game. It's a Ghost Recon game. Happen in cover. It's highly recommended you go into cover and then fire at the enemy.
Strike one, Samrat. I've captured the first point. Looks like production are indeed about to win.
That's fine.
Go production.
You keep talking.
So yeah, there you go. What I've done is I've brought up my. This is the bullet deflecting shield. It's specific to my class. He can't fire at me.
But what I can do is activate my blitz and knock the guy over and take him down. Well, see, I told you he'd win. Come on.
Okay, I'm gonna let him shoot me because okay.
Thank you.
All right. You gotta throw a bone to production once in a while.
So anyway, I've recaptured the point thanks to my lovely designer. So now my next objective on the map is to go and get B. So I'm going to try and sneak around using my tactical map. It gives me a great overview of what I can, of where the different areas are within the world. Of course, it doesn't let me jump.
All right. So this area that I'm taking you guys into, as you can see, the maps are very vertical. It's not typical shooter games where you play multiplayer maps and they're all in a single plane. We built a lot of multiple levels into the game, into the levels. Sorry. I want to try and capture C here. Okay. What I can also do is, I don't know where Adrian is, so I'm going to take out my drone and try and take it. So you can see what's happening on the controller on the little screen over there. So I've got my drone scanning for Adrian. See where he is.
Damn, you've caught C.
Yes. Well, I only let you shoot me once. Not gonna do it again.
Okay,
there he is. I see
are.
him, and if you see on the TV screen, he's marked. My drone's marks him for me. So now I know where he is. So in multiple multiplayer matches, when you've got lots of people playing, that this can be really an asset when you can share this intel with your teammates. Come on, Adrian, don't be afraid.
I'm scared of what you're going to do.
Come to Papa. All right.
You see, you're just being unfair now. Somehow, I think design is going to win this one.
So what this bullet deflecting shield, the Aegis shield, does for me is it makes me a turtle. I'm really slow, but I'm completely protected. And it's big enough that I can protect my teammates as well. There you go.
Very cool.
All right, so I guess, we can go back and forth. It's just a 1v1 game, but I think we can safely say that design won.
Yep, you're absolutely right. Well done, Samra.
Yeah. Please pay my
Thank you guys. Good job.
All right, Great demo there, guys. Very exciting. It's clear that you really don't enjoy your jobs. So sorry to have to make you go through that. Moving on, really exciting stuff here. The name alone, Ghost Recon Online. This is clearly an online game. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we're really happy to be working with Nintendo to make this as online as possible. So we'll be bringing Ghost Recon Online as an online service that carries a persistence of character throughout your progression for the Wii U.
Okay, so what else do we really have in store with this?
We can give you a few peeks on a few services that we want to see in this Ghost Recon Online. It's still early stage, but what we'll have is this personalized account system. So this means that every player maintains its own persona, the progression over time, all the stats, you can all have access to that. It grows, and it makes it as seamless as possible to log in again to your same account on Wii U to keep your progression. Another thing that we're really excited about is the friends list. We can have friending people online. That's what we need for this, to be able to make new friends online, play with new people, compare yourself against your friends, and basically, like Yves mentioned a bit, this asynchronous gameplay, so they can compare yourself through ranking, through challenges with your other fellow players, your friends, and this ranking and matchmaking kind of go hand in hand to discover new friends. And of course, humans being what they are, we have this kind of parental control or ban list to just be sure that it's still a secure place to play within this environment.
Cool. So we have great use of the controller. We have some really fun online. So what else can you tell us about social features around the game?
Sure. So one key feature that we are planning to develop is what we call the ghost feed. So the amazing thing of this new device is that you can actually have it on even if your TV is off or if your TV is actually broadcasting a show or something else than your regular game. While you're connected, so you're always on, you can track everything that's happening in the Ghost Recon Online world. You can track what your friends are doing, you can track events, activities, achievements, and so on. In that sense, you can even start scheduling when do you want to join based on what you observe from your living room as you're watching a TV show. That's the first feature of the Ghost Feed. The second one is just as you're playing, you're not only competing against the people that are online and fighting against you right now, you're also looking at the stats of your friends and continuously looking at this micro-competition that can exist offline asynchronously, like Yves explained. So those are two big game changers that we believe this tiny connected screen is going to bring to the video gaming world.
Always on. That could be a little dangerous there. So really a very comprehensive service.
Absolutely. Ghost Recon Online is going to be a contract with our fans, with our audience. We want to bring on board a large community. That community is going to be about score gamers. But also, and we saw that in the trailer, it's also about bringing friends together and participating. The class systems makes it so that you can support the guys that charge up front. And so we want to make it also very casual.
Okay, so in conclusion, I believe?
Absolutely. So two things we'd like you to remember tonight. One, we're leveraging the new hardware, in particular the Crosscom 2.0, which is the new device we have in hand. And the second one is the amazing online offering that we're working on.
Okay, so if we want to give these kind of folks a nice place to go check it out, where would you tell them to go?
Come by the booth. We're there. We'll be happy to share with you. You can get your hands on with the new controller. Experience the gyro, play our game. It's going to be awesome. And we'd like to thank Nintendo for allowing us to share this with you tonight. We're very happy to be part of this. And thank you, Nintendo, to always be reinventing the entertainment experience. Thank you.
All right, guys. Thanks for joining us. All right. Cool. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Good job. As a reminder, they'll be coming back on stage later to answer some of your questions, so make sure you save those up. In the meantime, we want to bring up our next group. I'm very excited to show you this new title. You've mentioned it briefly earlier. The name alone makes me chuckle, and once you meet these guys, I'm sure you'll be laughing as well. So really exciting team, coming all the way from Ubisoft Montpellier. Killer Freaks from Outer Space. If we can bring up Mr. Xavier Poix, Adrian Lacey, and Guillaume Brunier. Gentlemen.
Good evening, everybody. I'm Xavier Poix, the I'm the managing director of the Ubisoft French studios. We are very honored and very happy to be here today to unveil the new production we have in Montpellier. Name is Killer Freaks. This game has been built and designed exclusively for the Wii U. The Ubisoft French studios and Nintendo are sharing a long history of collaboration since the Wii. We are able to launch 2 titles at the launch of the Wii, totally dedicated to the new controllers, the Wii Remote and the Nunchuck. It was Red Steel, a sword fighting game, and Rayman Raving Rabbids. It was a collection of insane and crazy minigames. What we learned with the collaboration with Nintendo is that we really wanted to showcase the controls. And we needed a lot of prototypes to do that, not of new ideas. So we tried to approach and to do the same approach with the Wii U. So when Nintendo gave us the basics about the console, at first, yeah, we were really excited during a few days, but afterwards we began prototyping, designing new ideas. And the idea was not only to make sure that we understand how the new controller is functioning, what it can bring, but really to nail what's really hot, what's really new and unique about the controller that could change gameplay experience. And we decided to focus on the FPS genre. We really think that there's a lot of room for innovation there, and we are hardcore FPS fans. So when we did that, and it's about creation of a new brand on a new console, you really need to focus on 2 things, the creativity and the innovation, and you need to link them together. And in terms of innovation, Nintendo was bringing the control that you see. We are bringing the creativity. At Ubisoft Montpellier especially, and Ubisoft France in general, we have created many brands in the past, from Rayman to the Rabbids, Beyond Good and Evil, Ghost Recon Advanced Warfighter, and more recently, From Dust or Just Dance. So we try to apply everything that we have learned creating these new IPs to the new controller. So, second thing is that we really believe in multiplayer, but we really believe in multiplayer online, obviously. We also really believe in the multiplayer experience that you have in your living room when you play with a friend. And we really believe in this living room fun. So, before we go and show you 2 demos, we want to hear the first Killer Freaks trailer. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you.
TV to announce that London has been quarantined 2 hours after
nuclear holocaust, my arse.
She begged the people to remain calm.
Bollocks.
Instead,
The neighbours are gonna bite my arm off for this scoop. Let's blow this story wide open, eh? Let's have a butcher's shit! Quick change of underpants and we're back online. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Yeah, kitty. Oops. Yeah, have that. I'm the daddy. Yeah. God.
So as you can see, we're all very excited about this new title that's coming out next year. Killer Freaks is a little pleasure of all of us. We like destroying things and blowing up and destroying body parts and what have you. Just to give you a bit of background, we're going to show you 2 demos pretty quickly. We know you're all tired, you've had a long day. But to give you a bit of context to the story, basically a big wad of sort of pulsating pus has traveled through space and time and has arrived to Earth and will now invade our glorious planet. As it arrives to London, which was where the demo will take place, you will see that it will start spawning hordes of evil, nasty, flesh-eating little freaks that you've seen there. Now, those freaks, there will be a wide variety of different freaks that will attack you and try and get you, but this is just one of the ones that we'll use for the purposes of this demo. So you as the player, you are one of the few remaining survivors, the best of what is considered the rest. You will have the objective of blowing away as many of these little freaks as you possibly can, and as many different possibilities as necessary. You'll be armed to the teeth with various things as you've been preparing for this invasion, but no one listened to you. So without further ado, I will bring over Guillaume Brunier, who will start showing you the demos and the ins and outs of this new console.
Thanks, Adrian. No, I don't need
You don't need that.
That's fine. Hello, everyone. So the team in Montpellier is made of a lot of talented and passionate gamers, and we decided to go on a new challenge. And this challenge is to bring the first-person shooter to the next level. As Mr. Iwata said yesterday, the Wii U is about going wider and deeper. So we ask ourselves the question, how do you go deeper in shooter design? How do you make a FPS better? So our answer is controls. We think that refining the way you play, the way you move, the way you target, and the way you shoot at your enemies is what's going to make FPS go to the next level and make a difference, actually. So to give you a tour on the first demo, I'll need Florent Sacré to come on stage. Hello, Florent. Florent is our arts creative director. We said we'd do this. Yeah. So he's going to launch the demo. Okay, Florent? Good? Okay. So the game takes place in London, as Adrian said, and you play as Darren Boyle, and so you're very, very happy, right? Because you're a bit obsessed with shooting things, and with all these alien creatures all around the city, it's like it's open season. You can go crazy with your guns. So let's go hunting. So as you can see, Florent is playing directly off the Wii U new controller screen, and it's the best way, a comfortable way to play with the gyro controls we've implemented in the game. Every movement Florent is making in real life is exactly reproduced in the game.
Trying to dance with my missus? Is that a puppy's nose?
Go ahead.
Yeah!
So if Florent turns 45 degrees on the right, then the character in the game will turn the same. Oops, careful, up there.
Just one point here, this is what we call spatial gameplay. Now the reason it's important for this is basically you have the horizontal, the vertical, the 360, but you have this sort of spherical sort of dimension to the gameplay that you're playing. So it's a unique way for Florent to look around, to see things. So in different situations, you actually really get a new experience from it.
Coochie, coochie, coo!
So this brings us more immersion through controls, right? Because you can see Florent is right in the middle of the action and concentrated on the new controller screen. Now we're going to show you how we can also make more precision through controls. So we've actually used the accelerometer feature of the new Wii U controller to make things that if you move very fast your controller, then the game will know it and will accelerate your movement by itself. Those of you familiar with playing first-person shooters know how difficult this is to go around 180 degrees. With these new sets of controls, it's a thing of the past.
Boy, get out of it! Is that a puppy's nut?
Now would be a good time to jetpack, Florent. Yeah, you can see that Florent is looking down on the controller and then looking up. It's really, as Adrian was saying, about the space around you. So to be very complete and very precise about this, it's the combination of the gyro feature, the accelerometer feature, and both sticks that gives you a very promising first-person shooter control. And that's only possible with this new Wii U controller. Ooh. Nice.
Who the hell are you looking at? That is a result.
That's a nasty gun. Let's try to use it.
Is that a puppy's nut?
There's one left. So we've also have our sets of destructibles in the game, and you know, can flame things and everything. So let's go see what's inside. Ooh, one left.
Is that a puppy's nut? Oi, back off!
Oops.
You'll go blind, you slimy bastard.
Come on, Flo.
You shouldn't give my lady evils.
So that concludes the first part of the demo. Thank you very much. Bravo, Florent.
So thank you. What we just show you is one map we delivered for this roundtable. So obviously it's work in progress. You have to understand that. It showed you one way to use the new controller, and it's one way that brings a new way of playing FPS. It gives more accuracy when needed, and it gives more immersion. This is really cool, but we think it's not enough. And now we'll show you one other use of this controller that is totally unique and brings a new way of gameplay.
So for the second part of the demo, it's a 1 versus 1 demo. I need to call on stage JP Caro, our gameplay creative director on the game. Hello JP. Et on avait dit qu'on faisait ça comme ça. Voilà. Okay. So for this demo, I'm going to play and talk at the same time, so bear with me if I'm not going fast enough or if I'm not clear enough. Sorry about that. So just to make sure you follow everything, we're playing on the same system, right? Xavier was talking earlier about living room fun. We're playing on the same system. It's local multiplayer, right? So we've hooked up on this screen over there what I see on my Wii U new control screen, right? So what you see here, I'm going to be playing with it. So what you see here is what you're going to be seeing here. And on this screen over here, you're going to see JP's screen, right? And JP is playing with a classic controller, okay? So this mode, this mode, see, JP, yeah, I need to introduce you a bit more. So JP is a bit simple and goofy, right? It shows, right? Yeah, it shows. Right? And I'm rather intelligent, right? That shows also. I mean, at least it's more intelligent than JP. Well, anyway. So that mode is about force versus intelligence, JP versus Guillaume. Think about shooter versus strategy, right? We call it the real-time enemy director. So we're going to show it to you right now. Touch versus. Okay, so I'm going to start introducing what's happening on JP's screen first. You can see here that JP is playing a classic FPS gameplay. You can see his gun, and he can move around, shoot, destroy things, and everything, right? However, JP doesn't have any enemies inside. The map is empty, right? And that's where I come into play. Now I'm going to ask you to look over here at this screen. So I can, with my sticks, I have a top-down view of the battlefield, and I can locate JP, as you can see, he's here. And I can follow him around. I can zoom in, zoom out. So I play as an alien commander from, let's say, a ship. And my goal is to destroy JP and to eradicate the human race, right? Starting with JP. To do this, I have a set of aliens that I can spawn and launch at JP. You can see on the side of the screen. So I'm going to start slowly, right? I'm going to just touch here, and it selects one freak. So I'm just spawn one freak over here. And you see it's appearing here, and you see it's appearing on JP's screen as well.
Have a bit of that, you dirty
Yeah, good job, JP. So now let's see what you can do with 5, right? So I just tapped on the 5 icon screen, and then, oh no, they are behind. Okay. Okay, I'm following JP. So that's all we can do? Okay, so JP pushed back my first wave of freaks. Oh no, not my first wave, there's one left. It's been destroyed. So he pushed back my first wave of freaks with brute force. So I'm going to need to use a bit more tactics and intelligence to kill JP. Woo! I think I don't have no time left. Each time that I select one of the units, I have energy. It costs me energy, right? So I'm going to put an energy booster here, and I'm going to put alien nests over here. You can see it here. Alien nests will spawn aliens like this. And then I don't have a speech anymore for this part of the demo, because we agreed with JP that the loser would pay dinner tonight. So I'm going to try to finish him. Wait. They're coming. Hey, you don't have the right to use the jetpack. No. Ah. So, okay. No. Okay. I was supposed to win. Yeah. Okay. So that's our versus mode that we're very excited about. And now, hand back to you to conclude the session. Thank you, JP.
Thank you, guys.
Not thank you, by the way.
So, I hope you enjoyed the demo. So Killer Freaks is really about engaging more players in the FPS genre. We really want to go to a deeper experience in terms of gameplay. We want to bring a new fun with a new hardware, thanks to Mr. Miyamoto and his team that have brought this beautiful tool. This is about spatial gameplay, spatial and non-spatial. We want to immerse the player with it. It brings more accuracy. And we also want to give a wider experience to make sure that even non-FPS player can play to this game. And thanks to the RED system that we have, so the real-time enemy director, it can allow anyone to be a game master. Thanks a lot.
Very much, guys. Appreciate it. We'll be bringing him back up later so you can, again, ask him some questions. Really, thank you for bringing these charming, adorable little creatures into our lives. I hope you guys enjoyed the demo as much as I did. Really fantastic title, and lots more to come there. So for our final speaker, we're going to be bringing up another special guest coming to us from Quebec to talk to us about a little franchise we have called Assassin's Creed coming to Wii U. So bring up Mr. Mark Peranto to the stage. Mark, how you doing?
Great.
Good to see you. So, Assassin's Creed, what can you tell us?
Well, Ubisoft is very proud to announce that the Assassin's Creed brand is coming to Nintendo's new console, the Wii U. We're going to expand the franchise and add some new features that can only happen on this console.
Pretty exciting news, I gotta say. So what is the new console going to allow you to do?
Excuse me. Well, the multi-core architecture of the console is a natural fit for our in-house HD engines, such as the Anvil engine used in Assassin's Creed. In addition, the large memory capacity of the console will be used to bring performance enhancements, such as pre-calculating data or increasing our cache sizes.
Gotcha. So the Assassin's Creed franchise is known for a very rich universe and strong characters. How are you going to recreate the game's evocative settings for the Wii U?
Well, Assassin's Creed has a very distinctive look, and we want to get it just right. So I'm happy to say that all the graphical shaders that are used in development are fully functional. This will allow us to reuse our assets across platforms and make sure that the graphical quality is top-notch.
So speaking of distinctive, the Wii U controller is really quite different. How are you planning to use it?
Well, we've been experimenting and prototyping a number of different things. The Assassin's Creed Animus has many elements that are a natural fit on the controller screen, and that can be used in different contexts depending on what the player is doing. So for example, if you're navigating, it's natural to look at an on-screen map on your controller. And also, if there's some database entries that pop up, you can display them on the controller screen. They won't disrupt your game flow. In a combat setting, we can have a weapon selection. And since we have two screens, it's a good way to display an alternate view. So we can have the normal view on the TV screen and use the controller for the Assassin's Eagle Vision.
Pretty cool, bringing Eagle Vision right into the palm of your hand. It's exciting, very exciting indeed. So how do you think developers will handle the transition to the new console?
That's a good question. Well, developers with Wii experience will find that there's a familiar set of APIs. New features, such as the multi-core processing, extend the APIs in a natural way with low-level but straightforward calls.
Gotcha. So I know you can't say too much at this stage, but fans are dying to know more. Can you give us a little something?
Well, this is just the beginning. We've been experimenting, as I said. We have a dedicated team in Quebec City who are working really hard to make sure that the Assassin's Creed experience is optimal on this console. As always, new hardware brings us to be more creative. And this is a great opportunity for us to bring the Assassin's Creed franchise to a new console.
Excellent. Well, I know I'm excited. I'm sure everyone else is too. So we'll all eyes on Quebec, waiting for you guys to really build a great Assassins for us. So thank you very much. So without further ado, I'd like to bring up everyone else to join Mark on stage. I'd like to ask the Killer Freaks and Ghost Recon Online team. They're going to come up, and this is your opportunity to ask some of the burning questions that you have in mind. We're going to have Kit right here, our man with the mic, roaming around the audience, so get his attention. And please quickly introduce yourself, tell us where you're from, and we'd love to take your questions. Wouldn't we? Of course. Mind your way, you got it? I might roll over here.
Hi, could you tell me whether that Assassin's Creed is going to be a port of previous games, or if it's going to be a new Assassin's Creed exclusive for Wii U?
We're not ready to announce which specific title, but it'll be the best Assassin's Creed experience we can bring to the console.
I noticed with the Assassin's Creed features for the touchscreen that it seemed kind of similar to what the DS touchscreen was used for. If you've ever worked with the DS before, did that help out with planning anything for it? And also, no, that's it.
Mark, back to you.
Well, yeah, it's a good analogy. There's some similarities. I agree. It's like the bottom screen of the DS. Obviously, the screen is much bigger. There's a greater resolution, and it's an actual controller. So you have all the buttons you would have on something like a classic controller. So it's like a merge between those two ideas.
Okay, great. We got a question coming up from the back. Again, if you could tell us who you are.
Hi, Frank Spaldi from Gamma Sutra. I noticed that none of the demos used two of the controllers on the same television. I was wondering if you've experimented with that and if that's possible.
Two controllers on the same screen. Could you kind of repeat the question? Yeah. Make sure we got it.
They were on the same television. The second demo was on the same television. We just separated so you could see the Wii U screen.
Right, but I'm wondering if you're able to use two of the new tablet controllers on the same television.
That's not for us to show at the moment. We're not going into that at the moment.
All right,
today.
thank you.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
Dean from Insider. I just noticed the killer freaks from outer space. The actual little freaks look a lot like raving rabbits. Was that just was that born from the want to have those rabbits actually kill someone? Because it really seems like it.
Well, I don't know. I think it was a lot of the guys, the original team who worked on the Raving Rabbits a long time ago now, about 5-6 years ago. A lot of the same people are in that studio. After you've worked on a brand like that, after a while you kind of want to blow them away. But just to reassure you, I mean, that's the first one we're showing. There's a lot of different enemies and stuff like that that will be coming out later on. But for the first one, we just thought it was more fun for us, to be honest, as we're developing stuff for it.
Excellent, thank you. Okay, moving on. Where else do we have some questions here? I have one gentleman down in front.
Hi, JC Fletcher with Joystick. I had a question about Ghost Recon. There were things like persistent friends lists and accounts. Is that system-wide or is that just for Ghost Recon?
What we can say for now is that it's something that we want for Ghost Recon Online, and whether it's going to be a system-wide, I think it's up to Nintendo to reveal.
Excellent, great questions. Thank you very much. And we're going to roll all the way around to the front.
Evening, gentlemen. I'm Axel Cushing from the Armchair Empire. And in regards to Ghost Recon Online, you mentioned about the ghost feed being persistent and everything being tied in. In light of the breach from Sony with their PSN, how are you guys planning on guaranteeing security of account data with the ghost feed and with the participants thereof?
I think both Ubisoft and Nintendo take security very seriously. We'll work really hard to protect this. There's a lot of time ahead of us to make sure it's very secure, and we'll provide this very protected environment. There's going to be opt-in and opt-out, and we'll make sure everyone has this concern, and we have it at heart for sure.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Excellent. Thank you.
Hi, Jeff Keighley from Spike TV. I wanted to ask you about the Ghost Recon online service. Is that going to allow for cross-platform play with Ghost Recon Online for PC, or will this just be an online network, which is an island for this game on the Wii U system?
At this time, all that we can say is that it's a Wii U game. We are designing everything to work very well with this game. So they share a name, they share features, but this is purely designed for Wii U, and it's going to stick within Wii U.
And so this network is just for Ghost Recon, or it's for all Ubisoft games that will be on Nintendo, or how will your account that you have for this be? Just for this game, or for multiple Ubisoft games?
This time what we can say is for, we have this game right now, that's what we're showing, and it's for this game, what we're talking about.
Just for this game?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Great. Thanks. Okay, let's keep moving around.
Jason Ross with Pig Split. I noticed that you were moving left and right with Alien Freaks.
were you able to strafe using the motion controls?
No, for now, what we've implemented is that I can move with the different sticks, but it's a very early version. So in the future, we might tune the controls for this mode. For now, I was able to strafe with this and zoom with the other stick.
Hi, Christian Nutt from Gama Sutra. Ghost Recon Online for the PC is a free-to-play game, if I recall correctly. Do you have any data or details on, whether this would be a boxed retail product kind of thing, or, pay once, or is that in consideration at all?
Thanks for the question. Interesting one. We're still not able to disclose any information right now about how we're going to bring Ghost Recon Online to market exactly. We're still working with Nintendo on this. And please understand that tonight is really about how are we going to use and leverage the new hardware. There are tons of things to still explore and time ahead of us.
Great question. Thanks. Plenty more information to come.
Absolutely.
Hi, I'm Keza McDonald from IGN. Can you tell us now whether these are the only 2 games that Ubisoft is currently developing for Wii U, or are there more?
Well, at this time, these are the only 2 that we're announcing officially, yes. Sorry.
3 more in development, like Yves was saying in the beginning. So the sports game and the rest. Assassin's Creed, obviously.
Yeah, just to recap, there's actually 5 games that we're discussing. The 3 that were presented today, and then, as Yves alluded to, 2 additional.
Hi, Jonathan Metz from Nintendo World Report. Since Ubisoft is a multi-platform developer and publisher, I was wondering if you could comment on the power of the Wii U hardware as compared to the other consoles that you've worked on, specifically the current gen Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3.
Well, sure. It's too early to make comparisons or that kind of thing. We're still learning how to maximize our usage of the hardware. The hardware is evolving a bit also. The dev kits are not final, so there's still some time before the actual before we can make comparisons. And you have to understand we've been working on our other engines for a long time, so we need some time to catch up and get up to date on what we can do with the hardware. So to compare now wouldn't be fair.
I think just so you guys understand, like you, we're still working our way through the console. We're still learning more and more about it every day, and it's a process that we have to go through ourselves. So at this stage, it's really hard to try and make comparisons. There's always pluses and minuses to everything. So we're still exploring how to push it in different ways, and it offers lots of different new experiences for players. So we're really looking at that side first. It's really about the experience today that it offers to the player more than anything else. It's not about how many polygons there are on the screen that make you laugh, cry, or scared. So our focus today as developers is to really focus on how we can provide a new experience for that player or many players.
Thank you. James Oppenheim, Today Show. The cost of producing games keeps going up. To what extent does this technical achievement raise the cost and raise the technical difficulty of producing a new game? Will you have to put new people on the team? What does it do for your development costs?
I think from a costing point of view, it's more about creation. It's really about creativity, and the teams are already very creative. For us as developers, the coolest part about it is that it gives us a new toy to play with. From a cost point of view, it's the same people. We've been doing it for many, many years. We're getting older, a little less hair, but we're still having fun. And when this is offered to us, it just gives us a whole new opportunity and a whole new gadget to play with. So it doesn't really change anything. The core teams are still pretty much the same size. And it just makes more people want to work on it. That's all. It's more of a fight within the studios, actually, on who gets to play with it first.
Hi, Glenn Chapman, AFP. You're obviously enthused about the Wii U. What do you think it's going to take to get the rest of the development community enthused about the new hardware, to invest their time? And then, converse, on the other side, what's it going to take to get the consumers enthused about adopting, investing it's going to cost, obviously, investing in the new hardware and learning the new controls?
Actually, for now, very few programmers and designers have learned about the Wii U. Most of them have learned yesterday, so we can tell how long they will be pleased or not by the new hardware. For sure, we are really excited, and the ones that are working on the games today, the lucky ones, because of course it's about privacy and secrecy. So we have doors now with badges, specific private badges, to enter new rooms, to play with a new tool. So everybody is really, really excited. And about the players, I think what we can learn from the people that have played on the booth from Nintendo is pretty good feedback. So now we are very optimistic about that.
Just to add one thing, I hope we convince them, all other developers in the world, to try to do, some things that are as convincing as what we showed tonight, because I personally think it's cool.
And it's just examples. We have lots of more prototypes that are specifically built for other games, the two other ones, and for ours, but we only show what we think was key tonight, as we don't have much time, to show you.
Hi, Notis Chalkidis from buyme.gr, Greece. This goes mainly to the developers of Killer Freaks. This whole control system you showed us looked quite interesting and immersive, but don't you think that maybe after like half an hour of gameplay might be a bit too exhausting for the player?
Well, what's really cool and with this new controller is that it's the combination of the gyro, the sticks, and the accelerometer that makes easy and intuitive controls. And so we have Florent demonstrated on the stage. He moved a lot, etc. But you can also play sitting on the couch and doing this small movement. And because we use the accelerometer, it will, if you move very fast, then the Wii U controller will interpret this and will multiply your movement in game. So it's not about, we've learned about working with the Wiimote, etc. We know about this. So we have the possibility to both to play really, if you really want to have fun, or for specific gameplays, for example, like, I don't know, scanning a wall, that's exotic gameplay, that's fun. But for the major part of the game, the combination of sticks plus gyro is really intuitive. So I think it's going to be, you won't be staying up all play long. We know that.
Matt Behrens, Insider. I didn't catch whether you spoke to this or not, but I was kind of curious if the Ghost Recon Always Online setup has any way to alert someone who might be reading a book, watching a TV show, some kind of in-game events that it can bring to their attention without them actually picking up the controller.
So if I understand your question, you're asking if the ghost feed that I can track while I'm in my living room, the TV is off, can ping me to alert me of an event? Yeah, like a phone or something. I'm going to take notes of that's going to go on the backlog, and it's a cool idea.
Excellent. We have some more questions. We still have a little bit of time left. Anyone right down here in the center?
Oh, hi there. Matt Castle from Endgamer magazine. I just wonder for the Killer Freaks team, this is clearly a game aimed at the core gamer in terms of its tone. And you showed a local multiplayer mode. I'm just wondering if you think in the sort of age where online sort of rules all in the core domain, whether local multiplayer actually sort of has a place still, with the core, and your sort of thoughts on that.
We definitely think that like local multiplayer has a huge place in the heart of gamers. We in the team are. I don't know if I can say this, but we're FIFA fans, and yeah. Anyway, and so we're core players, and the best experiences are on the couch, and you can brag, and that's and you can rematch because you just lost this, and you want your revenge, and that's what we want in our core experience in the game, and here I see the screen, it's GP screen, I see you win. The only thing that I want to do is rematch to erase the screen. So, yeah. so really, I think that online multiplayer is a huge part today of core gamers' life for sure. But will always be a place for local multiplayer. That's for sure. It's about friends and playing with friends and bragging with friends. So
We definitely will have online features,
yes.
co-op online, 4-player against the game master, for instance.
Yeah.
So after you buy him dinner, rematch.
Yeah.
All
We're
right.
McDonald's.
Hi, Shane Satterfield from Game Trailers. It looked like when you guys were playing the game that you didn't really need a television to play it. Does that mean you could essentially go to your kitchen, your bathroom, your bedroom, and play this game? And what kind of range can you get from the system and still play?
Adrian, you want to take that one?
Range and stuff like that. We're still not going into that. We're still working on kits and stuff like that. Basically, the idea is, and as Nintendo announced yesterday, you can obviously turn off your TV and just play on your screen. There will be that kind of functionality that we'll put in game. How far we go, we don't know. It's still very early for us as well, so we haven't explored it fully yet. We're like I say, it's still very early for us as well. So, but obviously, it's kind of what you want to do, isn't it? So,
yeah, that's the idea. Yeah.
So we've already taken those notes.
Good question. Thanks. Any final questions in the last remaining minutes?
We got time for one more.
Nope. All set? Okay, then. Well, we just want to thank you all very, very much for coming out. Thank you to our development team. You guys make it happen. Good job. Take a bow. Nice. Also, thank you very much to Nintendo for bringing us out tonight. Really pleased to be working on this new console. Wii U is fantastic. Our team is excited. We hope that you're excited, and we wish you all a wonderful evening. Thank you very much, and good night.